Thank you for coming, my friend. Things were looking quite grim before your arrival. The Mokai vessels attacked without warning. Be mindful of their flagship. It has a superweapon of unknown origin, and it is devastating.
Indeed. We'll need to act fast if we're going to save Andoria. The Mokai ships are old, but they've been retrofitted with modern technology. Matriarch Ja'ula has been busy since her arrival from the 23rd century. Look, this cowardly attack took us by surprise. We need to deal with these raiders before that superweapon gets turned on my homeworld. Agreed?
we do.
Warning. Ship.
Thanks for the assist. Our engines are damaged, but we'll join as soon as we can.
We've driven off the Mokai, but they left a very disturbing problem in their wake. We're not exactly sure what that rift is, or what it's capable of. I need answers to those questions. Andoria is my home, and I won't let it come to harm on my watch.
My readings are showing a distinct biological presence with qualities similar in many ways to that of fungi. Very intriguing. I'm afraid astromycology is not my specialty. I believe we'll need to consult with an expert in the field if we're to solve this riddle quickly.
I realize the scientific aspects of the rift are fascinating, but let's not forget this thing appeared as a result of Ja'ula firing her new weapon. It's not benign. It's meant to do harm. The way I see it, this rift is a ticking time bomb, and we need to shut it down before it explodes. Period. My science team has isolated a series of research files that could help us. They're old, from the mid-23rd century. Interesting. A good number of them are classified by Starfleet Command. At the highest level. That's a damn good question. Not sure I want to know the answer. Look, finding an take time, and we don't have a lot of that. I propose we create a holographic simulation of the author of these files and put it to work on the problem. Good. Let's meet here on the Hoffman. I'll talk to take time, and we don't have a lot of that. I propose we create a holographic simulation of the author of these files and put it to work on the problem. Good. Let's meet here on the Hoffman. I'll talk to...
Welcome aboard. Hope you're ready to go to work, because we have a lot of work to tackle and very little time to do it in. My people believe we're looking at some kind of quantum-level mycelial thread. Basically a giant extra-dimensional fungus. A giant extra-dimensional fungus that somehow serves as a portal into another plane of existence. We're working on that with you, the Lucari, and hopefully the hologram we're about to deploy. Let's hope they have the data we need to get the job done. Basically a giant extra-dimensional fungus. A giant extra-dimensional fungus that somehow serves as a portal into another plane of existence. We're working on that. Okay, let's get started. I'll initiate the basic holomatrix while you upload and integrate the relevant personality and research data. Okay, let's get started. I'll initiate the basic holomatrix while you upload and integrate the relevant merging your data with the core holomatrix. Now, computer, initiate program Papa Sierra 1.
Starfleet. Should have known. There's no way in hell I'm letting you weaponize my work. Also, I don't appreciate being kidnapped, drafted, whatever this
merging
is.
your data with the core holomatrix. The simulation isn't accessing data from his Starfleet career. Computer, initiate full security override on my authority.
Hello? Is your universal translator working? Anyone? Who's in charge here? Also, you? It's you, isn't it?
That should do
whatever
it.
this is.
Computer, reinitialize program. Isn't accessing data from his career. Computer, initiate full security override on my
Please state
authority.
the nature of the mycelial emergency. Is your universal translator working? Anyone? Who's in charge here? Also, you? It's you, isn't it?
That should do
whatever
it.
this is.
Computer, reinitialize program. Isn't accessing data from his career.
You know, I was afraid something.
Initiate full security
I told Strahl that our work
override.
could get twisted into some sort of weapon. I never expected the Klingons would be the ones doing the twisting. Anyone? Who's in charge here? Give me a second. Reviewing your current data. Got it. Okay, we need to know more about the probes this time-traveling Klingon fired into the mycelial network. I'll run some simulations, see what I can find out. They get twisted into some sort of weapon. You never expected the Klingons would be the ones doing the twisting. Anyone? Who's in charge here? Give me a second. Reviewing your current data. All right, any more questions, or shall we get back to need to know more about the probes this time-traveling Klingon fired into the mycelial network. I'll run some simulations. Nice touch. I'd have been fine with a lab from this century, but it's the thought Klingons, I suppose. I'm gonna run some calibration tests. I'll need you to handle the radiation and spore saturation levels. All right, any more questions, or shall we get back to know more about I'll start the calibration, then the monitors will show you the level of radiation and spore saturation in the chamber. You'll need to adjust it up or down as we go. Don't let it get too high or too low. If the levels go out of bounds, I'll have to reset the simulation. That's annoying, so don't do it. All right, any more questions, or shall we know more about I'll start the calibration, then the monitors will show you the level of radiation and spore saturation in the chamber. You'll need to adjust it up or down as we go. Don't let it get too high or too low. If the levels go out of bounds, I'll have to reset the simulation. That's annoying, so don't do it. All right, any more questions, or shall we? I'll start the calibration, then the monitors will show you the level of radiation and spore saturation in the chamber. You'll need to adjust it up or down as we go. Don't let it get too high or too low. If the levels go out of bounds, I'll have to reset the simulation. It's annoying, so don't do it. I'll start the calibration, then the monitors will show you the level of radiation and spore saturation in the chamber. You'll need to adjust it up or down as we go. Don't let it get too high or too low. If the levels go out of bounds, I'll have to reset the simulation. It's annoying, so don't do it. The simulation is picking up speed. Stay sharp. simulation is picking up speed. Stay sharp. Increase the radiation level. It's getting too low. All right, we're good here. Let me take a look at the results. Interesting. First thing, we can use the rift to transport into the mycelial network, which is good, because we need to go there to figure out what this Jaula is up to. Sorry, got ahead of myself there. I'm detecting radiation coming from the rift. Increase the radiation level. Unique to 23rd century Klingon tech. It's probably coming from those probes Jaula shot into the network. The rift to transport whatever they're doing in there, it's probably not for the benefit of life, the universe, and everything Jaula is up to.
Sounds like we need to send an away team into this mycelial network to gather more data on the problem and deal with whatever House Mokai is doing there. I'll set up a mobile emitter so Stamets here can go along. I have a feeling we'll need his expertise on the other side of that rift. Sounds like we need to send an away team into this mycelial network to gather more data on the problem and deal with whatever House Mokai is doing there. I'll set up a mobile emitter so Stamets here can go along. I have a feeling we'll need his expertise on the other side of that. All right, transporters ready and standing by to beam you into the mycelial network. I took the liberty of sending your ship the adjustments. Your away team will be ready to join you there. Just say the word when you're ready to go. I'll set up a mobile emitter so Stamets here can go along. I have a feeling we'll need his expertise on the other side of that. All right, transporters ready and standing by to beam you into the mycelial network. I took the liberty of sending your ship the adjustments. Your away team will be ready to join you there.
Good luck
Just
in there.
say the word when you're ready to go. We'll be monitoring from here. Energize. All right, transporters ready and standing by to beam you into the mycelial network. I took the liberty of sending your ship the adjustments. Your away team will be ready to join you there.
Good luck in there.
We'll be monitoring from here. Energize.
Welcome to the mycelial network.
Good luck in there.
We'll be monitoring.
Alright, we don't have a lot of time. Between her weapon and whatever tech she's put in here, Jaula's done a lot of damage. We need to put a stop to it before it gets too far gone. Let's head toward those Klingon energy signatures. Seems like a good place to start. That would be the Joseph. They're a sentient, spore-based colony life form. My records indicate they act to decompose any material that's alien to the mycelial network, like you, for example. Adjust your personal shields to this setting. It should protect you from their nibbling. Good. Whatever's happening with that Mokai tech hasn't spread here. Not yet. Take some samples from healthy spore clusters. We'll need them for comparison studies later. Alien to the mycelial network, like you, for example. Adjust your personal shields to this setting. It should protect you from the Good. Whatever's happening with that... You really can't appreciate this place until you see it for yourself. Take some samples... This is serious. If the network is damaged beyond repair, it could end all life, everywhere. Adjust your personal shields to this setting. Good. Whatever's happening with that... You really can't appreciate this until you see it for yourself. Take some samples. This is serious. If the network is damaged beyond repair, it could end all life, everywhere. Hold your fire. I'm pretty sure she comes in peace. You really can't appreciate it until you see it for yourself. Take some samples. This is serious. If the network is damaged beyond repair, it could end all life, everywhere. Hold your fire.
Outsiders.
I'm pretty sure
I am of the Joseph. We are people of this realm. We have met people of your realm before. Many of them have traveled here. Others from your realm have sent things that are hurting us. You must make this stop. I created this form to give the Joseph voice, to communicate with you. We are people based on your memories. Patel is compassionate, idealistic, someone who protects. Someone like the Joseph. Sent things that are hurting us. We waste time. Strange devices have been brought here. They make the fungus sick. They are making the yield tree bloom. To communicate with you. We are based on your
This
memories.
yield tree she's talking
Patel
about is bad
compassionate.
news. The
Idealistic.
Josep aren't fond of it,
Someone who
and with good
protects.
reason. Its
Someone
bark
like
is
the
toxic
Josep.
to them.
Things that are hurting us. We waste time. Strange devices have been brought. There was a tear in the sky, and a device came through it from your realm. It gives off strange light and heat
Yield
at
tree
all
she's talking about
times.
is bad news.
This is what
The
brings the
Josep aren't
sickness
fond of it,
and the
and
poison.
with good
We
reason.
know it.
Its bark
The
is
device is
toxic.
deeper in the forest. I will take you to it, but you must stop it. You must. There was a tear in the sky, and a device came through it from your realm. It gives off
Let's get
strange
moving.
light
Looks
and
like
heat
this
at
device
all
is
times.
deeper in the mycelial
This
forest.
is what brings
Watch
the
for
sickness
visible signs of
and the
fungal
poison.
corruption
We know
and
it.
yield tree
The
growth.
device
The more
is
we
deeper
see,
in the
the
forest.
closer we'll be to the
I will
problem.
take you to it, but you must stop it. You must. There was a tear in the device came through from your realm. It gives off
Let's get
strange
moving.
light.
Looks like
We can
this
use
device
this
is
to move
deeper in the
quickly.
mycelial
It
forest.
will let us travel
Watch for
through the
visible
network
signs of
to another
fungal
part of the
corruption
realm.
and yield tree growth. The more we see, the closer we'll be to the
I will
problem.
take you to it, but you must stop it. You must. There was a
Let's get moving. Looks like
We can
this
use
device
this
is
to move
deeper in the
quickly.
mycelial forest.
It will let us travel
Watch for
through the
visible
network
signs of
to another
fungal
part of the
corruption
realm.
and yield tree growth. The more we see. Interesting. This might be a tardigrade birthing ground. Try not to scare the little ones, okay? I don't think we'd survive an encounter with an angry adult tardigrade, let alone several. Let's get moving.
We can use this to move quickly. It will let us travel through the network to another part of the realm.
Interesting. This might be a tardigrade birthing ground. Try not to scare the little ones, okay? I don't think we'd survive an encounter with an angry adult tardigrade, let alone several. Interesting. This might be a tardigrade birthing ground. Try not to scare the little ones, okay? I don't think we'd survive an encounter with an angry adult tardigrade, let alone several. This might be a tardigrade birthing ground. Try not to scare the little ones, okay? I don't think we'd survive an encounter with an angry adult tardigrade. The liquid sources here may tell us more about them as well. Tardigrades can put themselves into a desiccated state to survive without water, but they still need it to remain active and to grow. Take a sample from the center of the pool. That should provide useful information. The liquid sources here may tell us more about them as well. Tardigrades can put themselves into a desiccated state to survive without water, but they still need it to remain active and to grow. Take a sample from the center of the pool. That should provide useful information. The liquid sources here may tell us more about them as well. Tardigrades can put themselves into a desiccated state to survive without water, but they still need it to remain active and to grow. Take a sample from the center of the pool. That should provide useful information. The fluid sample shows a high level of nucleotides and proteins. This serves not only as a liquid source for the local flora, but also a nutrient carrier. These proteins include compounds associated with the formation of neurotransmission and memory. It's possible that the liquid carries information in the form of protein compounds, and that specific fungi may release chemicals into the fluid that allow for widespread communication. Source for the local flora, but also a nutrient carrier. These proteins include compounds associated with the formation of neurotransmission and memory. It's possible that the liquid carries information in the form of protein compounds, and that specific fungi may release chemicals into the fluid that allow for widespread communication. These proteins include compounds associated with neurotransmission and memory. It's possible that the liquid carries information in the form of protein compounds, that specific fungi may release chemicals into the fluid that allow for widespread communication. Interesting. Even baby tardigrades are extremely tough.
The tardigrades are of the realm. They live in harmony within the forest.
Interesting. Even baby tardigrades are extremely
These readings
tough.
could be very helpful to us here.
Understanding this ecosystem may be the key to healing it.
The tardigrades are of the realm. They live in harmony within the forest.
Interesting. Even baby tardigrades are
These readings could be very helpful to us here.
Understanding this ecosystem may be the key to
see that?
healing it. That's definitely not Klingon tech. It's running clean, too. No radiation or harmful emissions.
The tardigrades
Whatever
are
it
of the
is,
realm.
it's not
They
part of
live
the
in
problem
harmony
here.
within the forest.
I'd like to take a closer look, if you don't mind. Interesting. Baby tardigrades.
These readings could be very helpful to us here.
Understanding this ecosystem may be... Look, see that? That's definitely not Klingon tech. It's running clean.
Curiouser
No
and
radiation or
curiouser.
harmful emissions.
This is Elachi.
Whatever it is, it's not
I wonder what
part of the
they're
problem.
doing.
I'd like to
This
take
device
a closer
appears to
look.
collect spores floating in the atmosphere. Based on what we know about Elachi, I think it's collecting food for them.
Elachi are, like the Josette, part of this realm. They lived here before they went to serve and fight in your realm. Now some of them have returned.
This is Elachi.
Whatever it is, it's not
I wonder what they're
This,
doing.
Sela,
This device
does she
appears
work
to
with the
collect
one who
spores
sent the
floating in
devices
atmosphere.
and the
Based
sickness?
on what we know
Do we
about
have another
Elachi,
enemy to
I think it's
face?
collecting food for them.
I sense that you are
Elachi
conflicted when you speak of the Elachi.
Part of this
They are your enemies, aren't they?
Before they went to serve.
Will you bring your
Fight in
war
your
with
realm.
them to
Now
this
some
realm?
of them have returned.
This is Elachi.
incoming!
This, Sela, does she work with the one who sent the devices and the sickness? Something's
Do we
wrong
have
with the
another
enemy to face? I sense that you are conflicted when you speak of the Elachi. They are your enemies, aren't they? Will you bring your war with them to this realm?
Incoming!
This, Sela, does she work with the one who sent the devices and the sickness? Something's wrong with the Elachi. Those Elachi were of the realm, but they were sick, toxic, like the yield tree. Their devices were corrupt as well. If we cannot cure the Elachi, we must cull them from the realm before the sickness spreads. Those Elachi were of the realm, but they were sick, toxic, like the yield tree. Their devices were corrupted. We cannot cure the Elachi. We must cull them from the realm before the sickness spreads. Those Elachi. You see? Look here. It is corrupted. The device makes it grow in a strange, toxic way, and it spreads the sickness. Before the sickness spreads.
Enemy target detected.
You see? Look here. It is corrupted. The device makes it grow in a strange, toxic way, and it spreads the sickness.
Lots of yield tree growth here. That's not a good thing. The corruption is getting stronger.
You see? Look here. It is corrupted. The device makes it grow in a strange, toxic way.
Lots of yield tree growth. That's not good. The corruption is getting stronger. This fungi is being mutated by arcane radiation. Not good. Looks like this used to be an Elachi research outpost. They were starting to build defense systems in response to incursions from our space. Bet you can't guess who's responsible for those. Unfortunately, the radiation from Ja'ula's tech had a negative effect on the Elachi. They began to mutate, and their higher brain functions started to deteriorate. Looks like a team decided to head deeper into the network to deal with Elachi research. There aren't any comparing. They were starting to build defense systems in response to incursions from our space.
We must go deeper into the network, toward the source of the corruption.
Unfortunately, the radiation from Ja'ula's tech had a negative effect on the Elachi. They began to mutate. Their higher brain functions started to deteriorate. Looks like a team decided to head deeper into the network to deal with Elachi research.
We must go deeper into the network, toward the source of the corruption. The device is close, you see? The yield trees, the corruption, they have spread through this area. Find the next node and jump. The source of the sickness must be in the next area. The device is close. You see? The yield trees, the corruption.
Something's wrong here. The radiation has mutated the hyphae grouping in this conduit. I can't compute its dynamic output ranges and adjust to compensate for the mutation. Long story short, we're stuck.
No. The sickness has damaged it too much. I cannot speak to it and make it work. It must be navigated by the stamens, the living stamens.
I can't compute its dynamic output ranges and
the living stamens, the one who came here before, was part of the network, connected. He touched it with his mind. The living stamens could feel the flow of the network. No, that is how he guided his ship home through it. Too much. I cannot speak to it and make it work. Yes, but this stamens does not think the same way. It thinks like a machine, not like the living. The living stamens. The memories and essence of the stamens from before are within the network. We may be able to bring them forth for you, so you can merge them with this stamens. What you need is within what grows here, and the fluid that connects and sustains it. Yes, but this stamens does not think the same way. It thinks like a machine, not like the living. The living stamens. The memories and essence of the Stannis from before are within the network. The mycelial forest is a vast network, you can merge them much like your computers. All you need to do is bring the memories you want to the surface that connects and sustains it. The water connects all the growth. Use it to compel the fronds to blossom and release the memories you seek. Watch carefully. When the fronds bloom, collect the spore memories from them. Are within the network. The mycelial forest is a vast network, much like your computers. All you need to do is bring the memories you want to the surface that connects and sustains it. The water connects all the growth. Use it to compel the fronds to blossom and release the memories you seek. When the fronds bloom, collect the spore memories from them. Go collect the spores before they dissipate. The mycelial forest is a vast enemy target. All you need to do is bring the memories you want. The water connects all the growth. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Go collect the spores before they dissipate. You will need to collect more of the fluid. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Enemy targets on sensor.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking damage detected.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Enemy targets on sensor. Enemy targets on sensor.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate. You will need to collect more of the fluid. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking damage detected.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Flanking damage detected.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate. You have the spores. Now you must return to the place of memory. You will need to collect more of the fluid. We will make them rebuild the memory of what was. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate. You have the spores. Now you must return to the place of memory. You will need to collect together. We will make them rebuild the memory of what was.
Spores. They're the building blocks of energy across the universe. Look how it interacts with the spores. It's as if I don't know where to go. You only do it for me, but I could be your I do love it when you only do things for me. The thread that weaves life through space.
I so hoped you would find your way.
I can't even find my way out. Follow the music, Paul. I'm not going anywhere. Open your eyes.
Hugh? Okay. I know what I need to do here. Hugh. Now I know what it was like for you. You came back. Now it's my turn. Except you're not here. None of you. Brian, Tilly, Serene, all of you. You're gone. It's just me now. Hugh? What's left of me, at least? Okay. I'm gonna need a moment here, okay? This is a lot to take in. Okay. Now I know everything's all coming together in my head now. I can navigate the network again. Now it's I can do this. Except you're not here.
We are alike now.
None of you.
Both created for a purpose, but with the memories of someone else. The memories of a life not entirely our own.
It's just me now.
But we are alive.
What's left? Patel may be a living thing, but I'm gonna need a moment here, okay? I'm a computer program, a simulation of a life once lived, and yet I remember being coming together in my head now. I remember the thrill of discovering my mycelial network. I can do this. The terror of the Klingon War.
We are alike.
Serving on Discovery. Everything I felt when I lost Hugh.
Memories of someone
And
else.
everything I felt when he
The
came
memories
back.
of a life not
All of it.
entirely our own.
Everything.
We were made, not born. But that alone does not
Patel
define
may
us.
be a living thing.
If we have all the memories, all the
I'm
feelings,
a computer.
we can choose how to live according to what we know and feel.
I remember
We are as real as
I
anyone.
remember the
We are just made of
discovering
different
mycelial
things.
network. I can do the terror. You're giving me the chance to do what I want, to be who I want to be. Thank you. I've made my choice. Let's finish this. A lot of people are counting on us, counting on me. I can help, and I will.
Alone does not define
It's what
us.
Hugh would have wanted.
We have all the memories.
It's what I
all
want.
the feelings. We can choose how to live according to what we know. We are as real as anyone. We are just made of different things.
Terror. You're giving me the chance to be who I want to be. Thank you. I've made my choice. Let's finish this. A lot of people are counting on us, counting on me. I can help, and I will. It's what Hugh would have wanted. It's what I want.
We are as real as anyone. The sickness. It is strong here. It is dangerous. Already, many of the Elachi have become sick and corrupted.
Thank you. I've made my choice.
There are 3 devices up ahead. You must disable them.
It's what Hugh would have
It is strong here. It is dangerous. Already, many of the Elachi have become sick and corrupted. There are 3 devices up ahead. You must disable them. There are the devices up ahead. It is strong. It is dangerous. Already, many of the Elachi have become sick and corrupted. They are of the realm, but the sickness doesn't affect them. It should. They eat overgrown blooms. They drink the water. Somehow, they remain strong.
Right now, the radiation is creating more overgrowth than the tardigrades can eat. If we take out Ja'ula's device, the corruption will stop,
There
and the
are the
growth rate will
devices
return to
up
normal.
ahead.
Then the tardigrades will eat the surplus overgrowth, corrupted or not. Given time, they should slowly bring the ecosystem back in balance.
They are of the realm, but the sickness doesn't affect them. Sure, they eat overgrown blooms. They drink the water.
This could be tricky. We can't disable the probes without clearing the corrupted mycelium, and we can't do that without risking detonation. We're going to need to think outside the box on this one. We need to convince a hungry tardigrade to come to the buffet table, so to speak. If we can lure one of them to the probes, it might clear the overgrowth to a point where we can safely disarm them. I'm thinking we use the healthy spore samples we collected earlier. If you're willing to wave a carrot in front of a hungry, practically indestructible eight-legged horse. We can't disable the probes without clearing the corrupted mycelium, and we can't do that without risking detonation. We need to convince a hungry tardigrade to come to the buffet table. We can lure one of them to the probes that might clear the overgrowth to the point where we can safely disarm them. I'm thinking we use the healthy spore samples we collected earlier. If you're willing to throw a carrot in front of a hungry, we're ready for you to disable that probe. Good work. Now lure the tardigrade to another probe.
Tardigrade is distracted. Quickly, use your lure again.
Remember, we need to lead the
Enemy target.
Good one. Now lure the tardigrade to another probe.
Tardigrade is distracted. Quickly, use your lure again.
The tardigrade's done. Disable that probe. Remember. Remember, we need to lead the tardigrade to the... Good one. Now lure the tardigrade to another probe. Nice! Only one more to go. The tardigrade's done. Disable that probe. Remember. Remember, we need to lead the tardigrade. Nice! Only one more to go. The tardigrade's done. Disable that probe. The tardigrade's done. Disable that probe. This is all starting to come together. Ja'ula's plan, that is. I think I understand what she's trying to do. Ja'ula and House Mokai learn about classified Starfleet projects in 2256. She raids the Glen and discovers the spore drive, then steals all of the data on it. Unfortunately for her, Strahl corrupted the data before she stole it. So, when she made her spore-based superweapon, she was using bad data. This is all She puts her shiny new toy on her flagship and joins the attack on Starbase 1. That didn't work out so well for her. Bad data, bad weapon. She pulls the trigger and boom, it blows up in her face and the explosion throws her into this century. Ja'ula works out the bugs in her weapon's design. Then she determines that mutated spores are a critical component, so she sets out to get more of them. That's so. When she fires them into the network, they beam out hark-peng radiation, spores mutate, and Ja'ula gets more ammo for her weapon of mass destruction and joins the attack. The problem is, she didn't think it through. The radiation causes unexpected side effects, as we've seen firsthand. Somehow, I don't think Ja'ula is worried about collateral damage. Knowledge works out the bugs. Now that we know what she's up to, we take steps to put an end to her plan and protect the network from her actions. Hopefully, we'll be able to work with the Josep on this. Who knows, maybe the Elachi will join the fight. The same Elachi. And Ja'ula gets more ammo for her weapon of mass destruction. No argument there. Wait, did you hear that? Something's coming. Something big, as we've seen firsthand. Somehow, I don't think Ja'ula knowledge of what's happening. Now that we know what she's up to, we sense ends the plan and protect the network from her actions. Hopefully, we'll work with the Josep. Who knows, maybe the Elachi. Same. No argument there. Wait, did you hear that? I'm gonna say that's not a good sign. Somehow, I don't think. I'm gonna say that's not a good sign.
Not fire. We are allies. Forgive me. It has been so long since I have used my voice. I was Joseph, a Romulan once. I am Elachi now. Partially. My mind returns to the time before my change. But I will never be a true son of Romulus again. Forgive me. The weapon is to blame. So long. It corrupts some of us. Used my voice. Drives us mad. Others, like me, become fusions of Elachi and a Romulan. What we were before. I am Elachi now. Wait. These weapons, partially, are they the work of the Tal Shiar before my change? You must stop her. Close the rifts again. Destroy her weapons. If she continues this madness, she will utterly corrupt this realm. Drives us mad. If that happens, it will break through into the void space, your realm, and destroy everything. What we were before. You should return to your realm. Ja'ula's attack has angered other Elachi. They are taking a fleet to destroy anything on the other side of the rift. Close the rifts again. Destroy her weapons.
You must leave now. Go to your realm and help your people while you can. It is our way. The Josep thank you for removing the sickness. We will work with Tarsev and other Elachi who wish to stand together against Ja'ula. We believe we will meet again, friends.
Ja'ula's attack has angered other Elachi. They are taking a fleet to destroy anything on the other side of the rift.
You must leave now. Go to your realm and help your people while you can. It is our way. The Josep thank you for removing the sickness. We will work with Tarsev and other Elachi who wish to stand together against Ja'ula. We believe we will meet again, friends.
Ja'ula's attack has angered other Elachi. They are taking to destroy anything on the other side of the rift.
It is our way. The Joseph, thank you for removing the sickness. We will work with Joseph and other Elachi who wish to stand together against Jaula.
You should return.
We believe we will meet again, friends.
Attack and Elachi. They are taking over to destroy everything on the other side of the lake.
You must leave now. Go to your work. It is our way. The Joseph, thank you for removing the sickness. We will work with
you. We're receiving your data now. No sign of our House Mokai friends, but something's definitely happening with the rift. Based on what you've found out in the network, we'll be able to close it, but we'll need to get several external readings before we're ready to try.
Riskava and Hoffman can head to opposite ends of the rift. From there, we should each be able to get a differential reading. Once we have enough data, you can use a deflector modulation to close the rift.
We're receiving your data now. No sign of our House Mokai friends, but something's definitely happening with the rift.
Those Elachi ships, they're using
Based on what you
small
found out
guns.
in the network, we'll be able to close it, but we'll need to get several external readings before
The
we're ready
Elachi
to
drives
try.
make a number. They say.
Riskava and Hoffman can head to opposite ends of the rift. From there, we should each be able to get a differential reading. Once we have enough data, you can use a deflector modulation to close the rift.
We're receiving your data now. No sign of our House Mokai friends.
Those Elachi ships,
The Riskava is in position. We're ready to close the rift.
the Elachi drives.
under attack. Diverting power to defense systems. Under attack. We've completed our scan. Standing by to close the rift.
Heads up. I'm getting huge spikes. Something big is coming through.
We've completed our scan. Standing by to close the rift.
Captain Shaw, all Alliance forces. The Enterprise is here to help.
Can't say I had my doubts at first, but whew, well done. Not to rain on the parade here, but Ja'ula's still out there. As she has that weapon and the spores used to power it, this can happen again.
Well, you can count on the Lucari. We will do what we can to stop her. This isn't just a threat to our universe. There's a brilliant, wondrous realm lying beneath our conception of space. And it's in danger as well. We can't let harm come to it from our side of the cosmos.
Whew. Well done.
We stopped Ja'ula's attack and saved Andoria. I'd call that a good start. That rift, though, that's something you don't see every day, even in Starfleet. And I've seen some strange things.
Well, you can count on the Lucari.
It was good working with you all. I'll make sure Starfleet Command is updated. We'll do everything we can to bring Ja'ula to justice and put a stop to this campaign of hers.
And it's in danger as well.
About Ja'ula, she's going to go after any spores she can get her hands on. You're going to want to cut her off. The sooner the better. And I can
I'd
help
call
you.
that a good start. That rift, though, that's something you don't see every day.
I'm pretty sure you didn't bring me into all this for a charming conversation, though that is a bit
It was good working with you all.
I'll be glad to have something to do that'll help me adjust to life as a
We'll do
sentient
everything we
hologram.
can to bring Ja'ula
I've got a lot to
justice
process
and put a stop
and
to this
a lot to
campaign of
catch up
hers.
on. That might be the understatement of the 20th century. Short term, I'll start putting together a list of known spore colonies. We need to keep an eye on those. If we're lucky, we'll catch Ja'ula before something like this happens again.
Something you don't see every day.
Pretty sure you didn't charming conversation, though that is.
It was good working with you all.
I'll be glad to have something to do.
Command
Help me adjust to life as a
We'll do
sentient
everything
hologram.
we can to bring Ja'ula
I've got a lot to
justice
process
and put a stop to
and
this
a lot to
campaign of
catch up
hers.
on. That might be about interesting of the 20th century. Short term, I'll start putting together a list of known spore colonies. We need to keep an eye on those. If we're lucky, we'll catch Ja'ula before something like this happens again.
Something you don't see every day.
Pretty sure. I'll be glad to have something to do. Help me adjust to life as a
We'll do everything we can to bring Ja'ula
a lot to process and a lot to catch up on. That...
What an extraordinary series of events. The mycelial network will be of great interest to the Lucari, I can assure you. Our own astromycologists will want to study it as soon as possible. I do hope the Alliance is able to put a swift end to Ja'ula's campaign. The thought of her using spores as part of a weapon. It's unsettling. If she's able to perfect that technology, no one will be safe from her wrath. Finally, please send my regards to Commander Stamets. It was such a pleasure to work with him, and I do wish him the best as he explores the galaxy in our time. Our own astromycologists will want to study it as soon as possible. I do hope the Alliance is able to put a swift end to Ja'ula's campaign. The thought of her using spores as part of a weapon. If she's able to perfect that technology, no one will be safe from her wrath. Finally, please send my regards to Commander Stamets. It was such a pleasure to work with you.
A research team is analyzing spore colonies in the Do.To system. Their facilities are on a small moon there, but it's practically defenseless. Considering recent events, the Alliance wants to change that soon. They want us to go to Do.To and deploy defense satellites in orbit around the moon. Hopefully that will discourage anyone looking to harass the researchers or steal the spores. A research team is analyzing spore colonies in the Do.To system. Their facilities are on a small moon there, but it's practically defenseless. Considering recent events, the Alliance wants to change that soon. They want us to go to Do.To and deploy defense satellites in orbit